Go right. Yep. You blew that turn. Hey, could you slow the f*** down so I can turn the boat? Slow down. You're doing 60. I'm on a hard turn. Just turn it. There's a f***ing fast one over the inside of us. Fuck. Cut it. You're good. You want to go outside? Yes. Last one. I didn't even see them. Oh, neither did I. But we know they're there now. Don't get greedy. Well, straighten me out and I'll give you power. I know. I wasn't scared. Don't be scared. It's okay. Give me some clean water, goddammit. Hatch is open. Yep. Close the hatch. Cut in. You can cut in. You can cut right in.
So you say you want to be an offshore boat racer. Well, you might want to check your heart health first.
Everything you say to me is one step closer to the edge. And I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe. 'Cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break.
Key West Offshore World Championships 2025. How did I get here? Welcome back to How2Live. And those that know the channel know that we start every episode with a story. It's simple. We've evolved for millions of years around campfires, passing on history, and expanding the imagination. Well, today's social media is throwing everything at you at once, trying to fry your brain, collect your money. As humans, we're actually tuned to focus on one good, longer story. And this is where How2Live comes in. So when you get tired of frying your brain on short form, like Instagram or TikTok, we invite you to How2Live.
I have never actually seen the seas this cobalt blue.
Where you can sit down, kick your feet up, and relax, and enjoy a good story. Like this one. We found ourselves 75 miles out into the middle of the ocean, ready to explore the long-lost islands of the Dry Tortugas. Check it out when you're done with this one. And lastly, I'd like to welcome you to How2Live's AI-free zone, where you can confidently watch our content and know it's real life. But this story started in France, in a barn, with an old forgotten race boat collecting dust for almost 2 decades. She was absolutely beautiful and in fantastic shape, but there was a reason she was taken out of the race circuit back in 2009. We're gonna have to do some digging and find out why, and see if we can fix or modify whatever might be wrong with her, because this beautiful 40-foot missile on the water is going to the 2025 Key West Offshore Championships, whether she likes it or not.
I can't close the canopy. I can't close the hatch of the canopy when I sit in it. Because my head. That's without a helmet.
Can 2 knuckle-dragging ogres from New England, from Scandinavia, get in a boat and actually compete against half-pint-sized men in a boat that's not even designed for the class?
I think Key West is a perfect opportunity. You know, in some ways it's the finale. Guys are out to win it. There's big prize money this year.
But it's
3 races. It's like 3 different races throughout the weekend. No 2 races are the same because of the conditions. It's what Key West is known for.
But first, she needed to be repowered and have some modifications done to her cockpit to fit us, well, Neanderthals. The engines were spec at 572 cubic inch and about 850 horsepower. We chose to use the best engine manufacturers in the marine industry, and that's Sterling. It was time to bring her stateside and start the testing. This vessel is an OuterLimits 40, and it's the first of its kind back in 2006, with 5 steps and a 40-foot hull. Now this was a super aggressive design, especially for a boat only 40 feet long, but it was meant for speed in this manufacturer's armories of the 2000s. And any engineer will tell you there's always a trade-off. We knew she was going to be fast, but how was she going to handle it? And could we modify it or make adjustments in the boat so it's fast and stable? Now this is Timmy Linden, my good friend and team captain for DSK, and one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. I wonder if he'll still be like that after riding with me. Doubtful.
Listen, if we're going to walk out together, can you carry this? It's good on you. It almost matches your shirt.
It was time to ship it south to Big Pine Key, just north of Key West, our home base.
Timmy, we need one more to help wash the boat. Can you go ahead and get your leggings on? This is true.
I'll send you my AI video with this place in it.
Oh, dude.
Gave us about a half an hour to learn this boat before the World Championships. Not optimal.
What's it like to be a race boat pilot, honey? Throttleman. Let's find out.
It'll be claustrophobic, that's for sure.
Nope. Can you find my sunglasses? I put them somewhere in there. I don't know where they are.
I'll find them. Don't worry. I need at least 2 phone books for you young whippersnappers. Look that up.
Reminds me of football, Timmy.
Everything looks okay, Gary.
We'll see you and we'll kind of go around you.
Hey, I don't think the dongles are charged. So what does that mean? And a little self-inflicted PSA here. Wear your helmet. We couldn't get our comms working, and you can't communicate with each other with the helmets on, unless they are working. So we chose not to wear them. In the end, it's not smart. So, how's the saying go? Do as I say, not as I do. Or maybe, don't try this at home. Is that too cliche?
Ready for takeoff? Go ahead.
After a couple of runs up to 117 and some pretty easy turns, the boat ended up feeling great in these calm conditions. But it was time to call it. We had to be in Key West the next day, and we had no helmets and no emergency gear, or divers for that matter. But it meant we had about 15 minutes under our belt driving this boat together before the Key West World Championships of 2025. It also meant we were going to learn more in the first 2 laps of the race than we had in practicing the boat. We were going to come in last for sure.
Ready for your dive training, honey?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm gonna have to get my mind right before I freaking go in.
Yeah, no shit. We're about to go into the capsule for capsule training, and Timmy's talking about barges and shit up north. His head's not in the game. I'm not feeling it right now. I'm not feeling it right now. We don't have any sort of this going on.
Yeah.
Talking about some barge that got hit and is sinking up north. I get it. It's a big deal, but we're going to be sinking in 2 minutes. And this is Shaun Steinhardt, director of the SSR rescue team and guardian angel of the entire race crew. His rescue team is responsible for saving countless lives over the years, and what we do out there would be impossible without them, because eventually you find yourself upside down, wondering how you're going to get out before you drown. And his team of professional divers and safety crew are responsible for being on scene almost instantly after a crash, helping you escape. But first, you have to pass their safety course, which involves a cockpit capsule that's spun upside down so it fills with water. Beforehand, you develop a plan with your partner. You execute this plan, and you escape from the capsule safely. Sounds easy, right? I must admit I was a little bit, concerned about this training beforehand, so I might have practiced in the pool a little bit. And as a deep water certified diver my whole life, I was humbled almost instantly.
How was that?
Nobody can prepare you for being turned upside down and having water rush into your nose. It causes a visceral reaction, like right from your brainstem, to panic instantly and not breathe.
That is humbling. I've dove my whole life. Never a problem because you have a mask on. You can go upside down, you can do whatever you want, but the second you put water up your nose, it's almost impossible to breathe. It's horrible.
I did learn, though, by just training in the pool and forcing yourself to deal with it, forcing yourself to breathe, and ignoring the burning sensation coming from your sinuses, I was able to cope and survive. It wasn't a comfortable sensation at all, but as long as you're able to control your panic and take short breaths through the gurgling water in your throat and your nose, you could pull it off, barely. Now, I've never been waterboarded, but after experiencing this sensation, I can say, I understand it a little bit, and I would never want it done to me, that's for sure.
So much better. I brought the air down to nothing. I felt my last pull of air and said, deal with it.
Feeling slightly more confident, I was ready. Let's try this.
Brace, brace, brace.
I don't think this thing's ever been that hard to pull over. I'm not sure how that makes me feel. And of course, with over 500 pounds sitting on the door, it wasn't going to open. So, seconds felt like an eternity. In order for that latch to open, we had to adjust our feet, our sitting position, and get to know each other. It felt good to be out. It wasn't so bad after all.
I was having my morning meditation.
It would not have been such a pleasant experience without that practice. I'm glad I did. With safety now complete, it was time for our first test run around the track. But we had to be careful. In order to learn this boat, we had to bring it to the limits. But we couldn't afford to break it. We had limited spare parts and a week full of racing. One race on Wednesday, one on Friday, and the last one on Sunday, all with accumulative points. So the challenge is set. Learn the boat and your partner in about 2 or 3 laps, which is about 10 miles, so you can compete on the world stage at the World Championships in the Super V class, and don't break it or kill yourself or anybody else. Got it. And while she felt pretty stable in flat water during our first test, at higher speeds and some cross chop, we were starting to experience this chine walking effect. And it was a little unnerving. We're going to have to watch that. Although I was a little bit concerned about the window-to-window chine walking, the testing was a success. We were able to turn it pretty hard and get it up to speed. We didn't break. And as I watched the boat come out of the water, I couldn't help but look at this design. These are 5 steps in a 40-foot hull. It's fast and it's aggressive, but was it going to be able to be stable at high speeds on race day? We'll know by this time tomorrow. But the Key West Offshore World Championship Race Week is about so much more than just racing. Honestly, it's about having a blast. It's one big party. It's meeting new people and hanging with old friends. And you can't talk about Race Week in Key West without talking about the parade. This happens the first night the boats come to town on Sunday. The streets line with people, and all the race boats are towed through town on these tight roads with fans everywhere. It's absolutely amazing for both fans and racers.
Hat left. Key West has been crazy this year. We came here with, I don't even know how many hats we had. Some trading hats. Hats going out everywhere. Key West this year has totally wiped us out.
Every minute, every hour, every day. You got me in a spin, but everything is A-okay. Touching you. Touching me.
And yep, that's what it felt like to be there. And we hope to see you there next year. But it was time to get back to business. We were here to race. Well, and party, but race mostly. So where do we lie before the first race? We were the underdogs. We found a boat in France, in a barn collecting dust.
Timmy, remember we were talking about inertial
like feeling.
You were
boat.
leading-
Can you haven't you watched Star Wars?
I mean, like
It's
an
Luke,
Outer
man. This boat is the Force. You have to feel the Force. You have to.
Is that your
You have to
lightsaber?
be
Is that
one
your
with the
lightsaber?
Force.
Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid.
With or without the Force, this thing was almost 2 decades old. We had to repower it, make the cockpit bigger so we could fit in it,
No problem.
See
Like
it?
in a fucking bathtub.
and entered it into the World Championships. We had less than a half an hour together in the boat. We kind of knew how it turned. We knew the top speed, at least in flat water, and we knew the boat was a lot to handle at top speed and cross chop. But even with those challenges against us, we still had hope. It was to finish every race and try not to come in last every race. That was our goal. And comment below if you see what I forgot to do here. The first thing you do on race day, besides having your cup of coffee, are your FSTs, or field sobriety tests. This ensures that no racer partied too hard the night before and is safe to race. Then we have morning meeting with all the racers to discuss the details in the events that day. From weather and current and logistics, it's important everybody's on the same page. With 98 boats and their teams all racing in multiple classes in a 6-hour period in one day, race day is usually slightly controlled mass chaos.
Second, Motley had moved up to third. Had been moving up on the inside.
And we were the last race of the day, which meant you had a lot of time to sit and think about it. A lot of crashes to witness and let it get in your head. I needed to find my zen, my equilibrium. I had to lay down and relax and not overthink this. Shaun Torrente offered his couch, and then it was a little quiet time on the bow. It's absolutely remarkable how well this helped me. Because before you knew it, it was game on. There are 6 really badass Super Vs signed up for this race around Key West Harbor. With too many boats, it's a tight course, about 4.5 miles counterclockwise. It seemed pretty straightforward, except for one issue. Because of the high number of boats racing this year and the tight schedule, we were going to have to race with Pro Class 1. And these are the fastest offshore race boats on the planet.
Time for Pro Class 1 racing than Super Vs.
It meant we were going to get lapped probably twice. We were going to have to stay to the inside, keep our heads on a swivel, and try not to get run over. All while trying to race our own class, not break the boat, not hurt anybody, learn the boat, and not come in last.
Final race of the day. 2 starts.
Yeah, we got a yellow right there. Get up the hump. Yeah. Yeah, you can squeeze. Watch out for Darty. He's going to squeeze me on the... I am not...
Presented by Race World Offshore with a $250,000 prize purse, the largest in the history of the world.
Yep. You got to give it to him. We go. Get up there. Timmy. I know. I got to stay up this fucking buoy, Mike. Get up there. Green flag. Go.
Now the Super Vs are being picked up and getting underway. Here comes your Super V as we go back to the leaders in Pro Class 1.
And just like that, we were last within the first 15 seconds of the race. We acted like 2 polite old ladies trying to figure out who's going to cross the road first, while the rest of the crew, yeah, they acted like a pack of Iditarod Huskies fighting over the feeding bowl. Hard lesson learned for the next 2 starts, but I'm glad we've got 2 more races. Yeah, probably didn't put me in the best of moods turning into our first corner. Sorry,
Cut
Timmy.
in. You can cut right here. Good. Cut that fucking corner.
This was by far the fastest we'd ever turned this boat, and it was pretty choppy. One mistake here, we could easily trip and roll.
You got the buoy. Cut it.
I had no idea I was swearing and yelling so much. It's cringy to watch now, but it's the fog of war when you're in the cockpit. You do feel like you're fighting for your life. You're trying to find that edge between the success and, well, crashing your boat, or worse.
Get the buoy. Yep, I see it. 73, 71. Yep, keep the pace. Keep the pace. Keep the pace. Get the throttle. Go. Seven. Come right a little bit. Yep, you got the buoy. Yep. We're good. Hold in.
For those wondering if this boat should be doing that, no, it should not be. This boat is seeing speeds the hull was not designed for, and without modifications, it's a lot to handle over 110. And the problem is our competition seeing 115, 116.
In our headsets across the start-finish line, Super V boats through on their latest lap.
We were coming into the final corner of our first race lap. This was a hairpin turn. We were going to have to deaccelerate from 110 miles an hour all the way down to 60 pretty quickly. We had no idea how this boat was going to handle this.
Going. Not that hard. Not slipping, not slipping, not slipping. And take it. Pinning. Go.
And we pulled it off. It felt great. First complete lap done. Now it's time to improve our times and catch the rest of the pack. Can we catch any of them? Or will we finish our first race dead last? That would suck.
100.
Rolling into our second lap, we're learning the boat. We're doing pretty well. Speed's increasing. And then this happened.
Going in, it's coming up. You want to go outside? Yes. Fuck. I didn't even see them. Oh, neither did I. But we know they're there now.
A lot of traffic in front of the boats into the harbor right now.
And this is the problem with running two classes with such different top speeds. It's another layer of complexity, but it's also another layer of danger. These Class 1 boats are closing on us in the corners with a speed delta of 60 miles an hour, all vying for an inside corner and the big prize money.
Yep, I'm good. I'm good. Drive the boat, Timmy. I can't, but you're supposed to stay in the power. Well, straighten me out and I'll give you power. Yeah.
After getting smoked by the Class 1s, but still gaining speed, we were catching the pack and we had our first Super V we could pick off in front of us.
Good steering, dude. Let's get dark. Hatch is open. Oh, yep, close the hatch. Got it. Good. There we go. 100. 103.
It took us 3 laps, but we finally learned the boat enough to be able to pass our first Super V. And this is how it went down.
Let's get him. That was a good turn, man. Oh, my goodness. Go right. Yep, I got him. The fastest we run this back corner.
How to live wild and free, dancing with the waves. That's where I'll be.
Take him to the outside. All right, we're going to try to catch him.
Slicing through the blue, offshore power, nothing else to do.
DSK's passed over Dart here, too, so DSK all of a sudden is sitting fourth.
Settle down. We're keeping our line. They got to go around up.
DSK, 4th place. Good for them.
Wild and free, dancing with the waves.
And just like that, 4th place felt like we had just won the Super Bowl. You don't always have to be the fastest out there and be number 1 to feel like you are for just a few moments. And I guess that's my biggest takeaway from this race day and why we're coming back next season in Super Cat.
We have a little bit of an announcement to make.
Yeah.
What is that?
We're going racing. Super Cat, big power, fast boats.
Sterling engines, How2Live, and DSK.
That's right, DSK Marine has chosen to join the Super Cat class for 2026. And How2Live will be doing How2Live style episodes on every race. With millions of views across the web, it'll certainly be the most media-covered boat the whole year. If you're interested in sponsoring us, or you might be the nephew of the guy that owns Coca-Cola or Pepsi or Budweiser, let them know that this very unique opportunity to sponsor us exists. And email info@deepseakraken.com. Now where were we? Well, we didn't finish last, but we felt like we finished first. It was time for some celebration, and some thought as to how we can make this boat handle better at high speeds by adjusting some weight, so we can get on the podium next race. Because one thing's for sure, this boat is fast when you want it to be, and not too shabby for a barn find in France. And stay tuned for the next episode, when we might just make the podium, and we cover one of the coolest and most expensive street parties you've ever seen. Also be on the lookout for the next episode of our adventures in Thailand, where we get attacked by monkeys.
We never fade, we never fall. We'll be the last ones. these mountains one by one.
As this race was filmed, we had our dear friends cheering us on from the sidelines. Tragically, their lives were taken from us just 2 days before the releasing of this video in a horrific boating accident. Rebecca, Brenna, and Craig, you will be sorely missed. Thank you for being such kind friends to us. We'll always be grateful for the time spent with you. Yes, Craig, as you can imagine, Yukon misses you, but he'll see you again someday.
You tell me you're just passing by.